Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different from my usual videos. Today I am going to be talking about my own journey and how these past 10 months have looked like as a girl who is actively doing MMA, which is mixed martial arts. And if you are someone who is curious about it or is thinking of joining it or is even just fascinated by it, I'm going to walk you through everything, like literally everything. How I started, what it really feels like, and also kind of answered all the questions that you guys ask me constantly in my DMs. So this is just for anyone who is on the edge and wondering, should I do this? Should I join MMA? Should I do martial arts? So let me start from the very beginning, right? You know how all of us, I believe, at some point think, I want to be able to protect myself, like literally anybody. But I feel like, especially as women, we've all had that thought at some point in our lives that I should be able to fight, I should be able to protect myself, given the current scenario of India and how unsafe things can be. I genuinely think that almost every woman has at some point considered learning some kind of self defense, at least. And I was no different, right? So when I was younger, I used to think about it a lot, but then life happens and you forget about it. It just becomes one of those thoughts that never turn into real action. Then I moved to Delhi. I was doing my own thing, working, building my life, but somewhere along the line, life and everything just became very still and very monotonous. I remember this very clearly. It was around, I think, in September 2024 when I had this realization that my body did not feel like mine anymore. It legit felt rusted, unused, like because I wasn't moving it at all. There was literally zero movement in my life. Even something as basic as climbing a few stairs would leave me out of breath. And that did not sit right with me because I am a young woman and I'm not able to do this. Like, that was just very undigestible for me. Because the thing about me is that I have always seen myself as somebody who's athletic. It felt like I just disconnected from my own body and I knew that this is not how I want to live. So I started looking for anything that would just bring movement back into my life, something that would challenge me physically. And that's when I came across this MMA fight club near me, wherein basically they were teaching me all sorts of different martial arts styles. All in all, we learned mixed martial arts. I remember seeing it and I immediately went, yeah, like this is it. But now the thing is, I wasn't doing very good financially because I was just fresh out of college and I was still figuring things out. So I had to figure stuff out before I indulged into it. I mean, I was not doing terrible, but not stable enough to be able to commit with something like this. So instead of just letting it go, I made a decision. I told myself that exactly 1 year from now, I should be able to afford this no matter what. It was a promise I made to myself. And in the meantime, I did not just sit around. I came across this online yoga classes and I thought, okay, until I can step into MMA, let me just get my body moving again. So from January to August 2025, I consistently did yoga. That became my base, I would say. My body became flexible and it wasn't the same intensity, I mean, not even nearby, but it reinforced my body into movement. Then came September and I kept my word. I could finally afford it and then I booked my first trial class. And now, trust me, I am not even exaggerating when I say this. The moment I stepped into the fight club, I felt like this is it. Like after the class was over, I was so happy. I was so thrilled. I mean, for sure, I was breathing like a crazy person and I was sweating like anything. But I felt so alive and so like myself. I felt so alive. It's it's like something in me just clicked. I felt like, okay, this is me, this is my body. And interestingly, around the same time, life in general also started getting much better. Not just financially, but in multiple aspects as well. So then I finally joined the MMA club. But let me tell you what those initial months actually look like. Because I know you must be expecting, like now she must have had great journey. And I was also thinking the same way, like now I'm going to become a fighter and everything. But I couldn't be more wrong. I mean, I understand people sometimes romanticize stuff. But the first 2 months, they were straight up brutal. I was getting injured left, right, and center. Even now, I do get injured. I recently got my elbow twisted as well. It's a major injury, right? But initially, it was just way too much for me. And the thing is that now my body is better conditioned because we do conditioning a lot. Back then, everything just felt so intense, everything felt new, and everything hurt in a way that I wasn't prepared for at all. I specifically remember this one incident where we were practicing kicks, and I was working and doing my kicks with my left foot. And I don't know what happened, and I don't know what I did exactly, but I hurt my left leg so bad that I just couldn't move my leg for days. I mean, I couldn't take it. It got swollen, it got red, and it hurt so bad that I couldn't even touch the punching bag after that incident. And that carried on for, I think, a week or two. And the worst part is that it's not just all about physical pain, but also what happens mentally. Because when something like this happens, even if you consciously want to train and consciously want to try again, your body just resists. Like, for example, my body just refused. Even if I would try to go for a kick, my body would just pull me back on its own. My leg just wouldn't go forward. And that fear gets stored somewhere deeper than your thoughts. And this kept happening in different forms: constant bruises, random injuries, and then one day during training, when we were doing our usual drills, we were practicing front kicks, also called the teeps. And I was doing it with my coach. And obviously, he's going to use force because he's training me. But that force, I was not prepared for it. He hit the kick, and I literally got thrown back onto the wall, like literally on the wall, and I hit my head like that. And for the next few weeks, I could not even rest my head properly on the bed. That's how bad it hurt. But luckily, it wasn't some major injury, and I was okay after those few weeks. Now imagine this. This is happening repeatedly for the first couple of months. And so now, naturally, something inside me started shifting. Every time now, when I had to go for training, I would just drag myself. I mean, I joined this enthusiastically, but I will not sugarcoat things. I'll be very honest here. Because when all of this happened and kept happening, I wasn't excited. I would just drag myself to go for training. I mean, I wasn't really looking forward to it. And the thing is, once I got there and actually started training, then it was still okay. But to get up from my bed and then, get dressed up and everything, I was not looking forward to that. I would want to go back and sleep. It wasn't like I was, let's do this, let's kick some ass. Like, I wasn't motivated like that. Still, today as well, there have been times when I'm just like, I just want to sleep. But then, you have to not listen to every voice in your head, and you just have to do what needs to be done and what is much, much better for you. So, yeah, you just have to make that choice, I think, every day. So yeah, after that, I wasn't excited. I wasn't looking forward to it. It wasn't something I was doing because I was loving it. It was just something that I was doing because I had committed to it. It became this: I have signed up for this, so I have to show up. But the reason I did not quit is because I know myself. Once I decide that I'm going to do something, I stick to it. At least until I'm sure, and I'm absolutely sure, that there is no value in it. And here, I knew that there was a lot of value. I just hadn't reached that point where I could feel it. Then came sparring. So sparring is basically when you start fighting with one another. Not like you go crazy, but just like sparring. And this is where things get even more real. Now, my first sparring session, I believe it was in November or December. I don't remember exactly. It was supposed to be a friendly sparring session. I was paired with this another girl who was genuinely very kind and very supportive, and she wasn't going all out or anything. But here's the thing that nobody tells you. If you have never fought in your life, your body does not respond in the way you think it. A lot of people, especially men, they think that they can fight anybody, that they are strong, because if they have muscles, if they go to gym, then they can hit anybody. But to your surprise, you cannot. You cannot. Because what happens is when somebody is actually charging on you, your body goes into survival mode. And sometimes that survival mode is simply freezing. And that's exactly what happened to me and what happens to somebody who has never fought in their life before. And so I kept getting hit. And I couldn't hit back. And something about that triggered me so deeply, so deeply. And it was not because of her, she was being nice, but it was because of what I saw in myself in that moment. So I just stopped. I took off my gloves in the middle of the session. It was so dramatic that we still laugh about it till date. It was so dramatic and so cinematic that I said, I don't want to do this anymore. And I had tear threatening to come out of my eyes and I just walked out. I was so angry, but not at anybody else, but just at myself. Because I couldn't respond back. I couldn't act. I just froze. And then the next day, my coach was calm about it. He understood that, it was my first sparring session, and so he was very supportive about it. And he asked me if I was doing okay. Did not make a big deal out of it. And externally, everything was fine again. But internally, something had shifted. Then came my second sparring session with my coach. And now things get more interesting. And this one humbled me so badly, because there is a huge difference between doing training drills and actually sparring. And I don't want to brag, but ever since I started MMA, I have been consistently fairly good at doing the drills that we do for training. But then sparring is a different game altogether, you know. So in training, you feel like you are learning, you are improving. But in sparring, everything is unpredictable. You just don't know what is going to happen next. Now back to the sparring session that was going on with my coach. So I was barely keeping up, first of all. And then he landed one shot right on my solar plexus. Solar plexus is basically here on your diaphragm. And I just dropped on my knees. I couldn't breathe. I felt like my soul has been taken out of my body. I was gasping for air, trying to understand what was happening to my body. And for a few moments, it genuinely felt like I had no control over myself. And I was like, I was like that. I was just dying. So after experiences like these, I kind of developed a real fear of sparring. Because every time I had to spar, I would just avoid it. Because I knew what would happen. I would freeze in my head. I had all these crazy moves planned. I would think, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that, I will hit like this, I will punch like that. But the moment it actually started, when I would go to do sparring, nothing. I would just be able to do this. Jab, jab, jab. And I got so frustrated after a certain point. I was like, why can't I do this? Like, why can't I do continuous punches? Why can't I do kicks? Because in training I was doing amazing, but then sparring, nada, nothing. I was so done with myself. I would stand there and just take hits. And now let me tell you, this phase did not last for days. It literally went on and on and on for months. 4, 5, I think 6 months, where I did not feel excited about training. I did not look forward to it. I wasn't enjoying it in the way I thought I would, but I still just kept showing up. And somewhere in that phase, where nothing was rewarding, where progress felt painfully slow, where at some point I also thought, do I even want to fight? Like, this is so hard. But there was something that was building beneath it all, which I hadn't just realized yet. And that's exactly where things slowly started changing for me. And they changed for so much good. And that shift deserves its own space. So I'll get into that in part 2. So stick around and I will see you in the next video.